Yo, what up YouTube? I have a proposition. I'm really just back for another art video. We're gonna try this video in a different format. I'm gonna be vlogging while I do this drawing. Oh yeah, today we're drawing Pikachu wearing an Alolan Raichu onesie. A couple of weeks back, if you haven't been following me on my social media, I did post a Crayola illustration of Cubone wearing an Alolan Marowak onesie, and I think this is the only way this would ever have happened. Before we get started, make sure you drop a like if you want to see more of these types of videos. I know we haven't even started, but looking back in the past, these kinds of videos where I'm actually talking to the camera do a little better than the videos where I'm just drawing on paper. Who's excited for Sun and Moon? Alolan forms, man. You know what's funny? Pokemon for the past couple of years has just been throwing shit at us and we've been accepting it forgivingly. Guilty. I'm excited, man. Let's do this. My studio space setup, organized. You know, a happy person starts with a clean home. Just made that up right now. So I'm gonna turn on some beats. Also, I just finished editing a new video, which I'm gonna be uploading right now to my vlog channel. So if you guys wanna see it, go subscribe to Kings Must Rise. Beats! Cool. So, here it is, guys. Piece of paper. There. Pencil. And this thing. A lot of people ask what this is for. It's so I don't smudge the pencil. And this is how we're gonna get a bird's eye view of the drawing. This thing is called a table tripod, and I bought this off eBay for like 20 bucks. So it's pretty cheap, but it doesn't do the best job at holding a heavy DSLR. I'm sure there's more sturdier ones out there, so just do your research. I'm cheap. So we got our music going, and we got our drawing supplies all set. We're ready to begin. I just wanna feel So all you really need is a piece of paper. We're just gonna start off with our initial sketch. Now, a clipboard isn't really necessary, but I use one just to make things easier, especially if I want to rotate so I can draw at different angles. Pikachu, let's do this. Cool. And that's pretty much it. This took me roughly like 40 minutes to an hour to draw. I took my time on it. So now that the initial sketch is done, we can move on to the second stage, which is the inking. And for the inking, I'm going to show you guys a method that I use where you don't actually need a light box. And a couple of minutes ago, my brother just came down here asking me if I wanted to do my work upstairs. And you know what? Since I'm kind of incorporating my vlog into this drawing video, I might as well just keep it real and take you along with. Normally I would have finished my work down here in my studio since, I mean, everything that I need for my drawing is accessible and I have all of my camera equipment down here for the filming. But I'm gonna make myself a beverage, I don't know, hot chocolate or something. I'm gonna bring my things upstairs and just work alongside my bro. He's probably working on his own art, but I feel a little more motivated to get work done when other people around me are doing the same thing. Plus the inking method I'm about to show you guys, you can virtually ink your pieces anywhere. Whoops, I'm actually not done here yet. I forgot to take a photo for my Instagram. Okay, now we can go upstairs. Let's see what my brother's working on. Spider-Man. He's an illustrator. He's an illustrator boy. Actually, I'm an illustrator boy too, in my own right. So, the method that I was speaking of, really easy to set up. Just grab 2 rolls of tape, in this case, thick rolls of fragile tape. These are going to be used as platforms, really, and the only thing that you do really need for this is clear clipboard. So this will act as a glass for the light box. And actually, all you really need is your phone. You go like this, and that's it. So I'm using the light for my phone. Put that underneath. And we're golden. Okay, first of all, you're gonna need a separate sheet of paper. I like to separate my inking from my sketches just because I appreciate the authenticity of my sketches, and it actually does take me a while to sketch them out, so it'd be sad to just ink over it and erase all of the pencil marks. So what I do is I take a separate piece of paper and I ink on that instead. For this particular stage, I actually like to pencil it out first so we can actually get rid of the light box and we don't end up wasting the battery on your cell phone. So as you can see, I've lightly traced it on another piece of paper with a pencil. Now this one is going to be our separate inking page. Now this one, we're okay to put away until later, when we'll probably use it to get a better idea of where to place shadows in the coloring. I think I'm ready to ink this thing. So I'm going to put you guys back on the table tripod and we'll get started on the inking. Now for the inking, I'm going to be using a 0.7 pen from Staples. I put this little rubber thing right here so it's a little more comfortable for me. Let's get started. So once it's all dry, you can take your eraser and we can go ahead and erase the pencil marks. But you really want to make sure that it's completely dry, or else you're going to be smudging the pen. It's kind of hard to see it right now, but we're going to be erasing this.
Your little brother never tells you but he loves you so. He said your mother only smiled on her TV show. And it's blue. Everything is bright. His hair, his smoke, his dreams, and now he's slowly point of color. He don't know what it means, and he's blue. And he's blue. Everything is
Turn the lights on here. Now we're done the inking. So I have a copy right here. I'm gonna make a copy because I don't actually color on the inking. I keep that separate. This is just in case I want to make more copies or if I screw up. I'm gonna put it in the scanner. Ta-da! And you guys won't even be able to tell a difference. Here's the master copy. So this is the real version. This is the copy. Cool. So once you've made a copy of the actual inked page, you can put that aside, grab our coloring utensils, which in this case is Crayola, my personal favorite. I know it's not the best quality you can get out there, but hey, it's cheap and it works. Plus I'll be using the complimentary sharpener that it actually comes with. Cool. Let's get started. Make sure pencil crayons are really sharp. Really, really sharp. I think we're just about finished. Alright guys, that's it. We're done here. That's the end of this video. Just kidding, not in this house, we're not. So, now we move on to our final stages in the coloring process, which is the shadows and the highlights. And I'm gonna go through exactly how I lay down my shadows and how I go on to figuring out exactly where my light source is and whatnot. This might be one of the areas a lot of people have difficulties with. I do get a lot of questions asking, how do you figure out where to place your shadows? Now I'm gonna show you. So for this step, you're gonna wanna choose a darker tone. I kind of draw my shadows out first. And actually what helps is looking back at your sketch. So we've already drawn the shadows here, there's shadows there. So we're basically just gonna be transferring what we've already drawn out. And this is why I said it'd come in handy a little later on. So I'm getting a basic idea of where to put the shadows because I already kind of drew it in my initial sketch. But if you guys are having a hard time figuring out where to begin, a good place to start is in the crevices. So this is where imagination kind of comes into play. Use common sense. Where do you think shadows would be placed? I think you really have to pay close attention to the corners. So now we're almost finished, but not quite. We're gonna make the piece a little more vibrant by going in there with the same color that we used for our first layer. But this time we're gonna press a little bit heavier. Now for the final finishing touches, we can grab our pen. This step really isn't necessary. If you want, you can leave it as is and just say it's done. But this is my own personal preference, and I guess this is the style that I've gotten accustomed to over the years. I kind of incorporate what I do with my sketches from this drawing onto the final piece. I mean, you could go a little bit darker with pencil crayons, but for me, this is another way of adding more depth to the drawing. So we'll test the pen off in a small area. Make sure that your pen has no ink bubbles. So that just about wraps up this video. If you guys like the format of this video and would like to see more like this one, make sure you hit that like button. Birdie, please promise us one thing. To promise myself to come out with more videos for this channel. You know what my main motivation is? My vlog channel, believe it or not. The fact that the daily uploads is actually killing is like, YouTube has become the future of reality TV. And what I mean by that is people would rather watch real YouTubers vlog about their daily lives than watch actual television shows. You know what? It's actually not even all that surprising. Even I find myself sitting down watching 20-minute vlogs from YouTubers. It's cool. And I appreciate you guys for being here, you know? Videos that I started this channel with are vastly different than the videos that I'm uploading nowadays. I've been at it since like 2006, remember that. So, you know, it's just, I'm not really the best at keeping this channel up to date, so my bad. Last but not least, the Kings Must Rise Wave 3 merch drop is gonna be happening closer to the end of November. Hoping to get all of my apparel and all of my merch in soon. So sticker restock, just a whole bunch of new stuff for you guys on the kingsmustrise.com webpage. Be sure to follow the KMR Instagram and Facebook page because that is where I'm going to be letting you guys know exactly when the release date is for the Wave 3 merch. So that is going to end this video. If you guys want to get updated on when new videos come out on this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I actually post on a more regular basis on my Kings Must Rise vlog channel, so if you want to keep up to date on what's going on in my life, make sure you subscribe to that channel. What else? I look at these walls like they're gonna give me an answer. Comment down below on which Pokemon you'd like to see me put in a onesie next. Pokemon Sun and Moon, I'm actually really excited. That's it. Again, thank you so much for watching. Ciao. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.